All right, welcome to my kitchen. As you can see, I have all these foods. I pretty much just ripped apart my fridge, my cabinets, so I can lay everything out for you, so I can show you what I eat on a day-to-day basis, and even including some desserts, some other foods as well. Now, on the Lean Muscle Blueprint, you do not have to eat these foods exactly, but they are my example of what I consider pro-metabolic foods, so what you should include more of in your diet, and then I'll also show you what you should be avoiding in your diet based on the foods I have here. So with that said, we're just gonna start from one end and work our way across. And again, you don't have to eat these foods exactly, but again, they're my list of pro-metabolic foods that I eat on a day-to-day basis, and then I walk my clients through as well, because inside the program, I'm gonna have a list for you that shows you what you should be avoiding in your diet if you're interested in making sure you're not eating foods that will lower your energy, store stubborn body fat in your midsection, make it more difficult to put on lean muscle, and of course, zap your mental clarity throughout the day, wreck your sleep, wreck even your sex drive. So many things. It's crucial that we're improving the quality of your food if you want to not only get results quickly, but sustain your results for the long term and feel and look your absolute best. So why don't we start from this side? Of course, some basics. I always recommend doing sea salt, pink Himalayan or a good natural sea salt. Do not use white table salt, that's super important. I have some lemons here because every single morning, if you can see, that's a Berkey water filter over there. Any kind of water filter will do, but that's one of the best. Drinking water is huge. I highly recommend you do not drink tap water, not just on the program in general. So normally in the morning, I'll have some lemon. I normally do a little splash of apple cider vinegar in my water to support hydration. And this is actually amazing for supporting, not only giving you acetic acid, which is really important for a fast, robust metabolism, but also for helping to regulate blood sugar levels as well. Super helpful here. No, this is not a magic fat loss supplement as it's being marketed, but I look at it as a health supplement. I love to do a splash of it in my morning water with a few pinches of sea salt to get those minerals in for hydration. Then a little condiment here. I love the brand Primal Kitchen because I love mayonnaise, but typical store-bought mayonnaise has a ton of soybean oil, vegetable oil, and those are the oils that I talked about that bog down your blood sugar, your insulin sensitivity, and they just wreck your metabolism. So with that said, I love this brand because they use avocado oil instead of soy or vegetable canola. So let's look at some protein options. So first of all, I love these perfect bars because they use real superfoods with no additives, no gums, no bad oils like canola or vegetable oil. I love doing grass-fed jerky sticks. These are really helpful for on the go or just that quick snack to get your protein levels up. I love doing pasture-raised eggs, really important there, that I like to get, make sure they're pasture-raised, and you can even tell whenever you get like commercial eggs, the yolk is like white, it's not nutrient dense as they are pasture-raised eggs. I love bone broth. Most of my clients have never really heard of bone broth, but I highly recommend you start drinking some because you're gonna get so many beneficial amino acids, especially glycine, which is a pro-metabolic amino acid to help your metabolism function, but also de-stress your cells as well. And it's in one cup, you get a nice 10 grams of protein per serving. So I love having this with breakfast with a Greek yogurt. I don't have a tub here, but I love doing Greek yogurt, bone broth, and then having one of these protein bars. And that's already around like 40 grams of protein starting right out in the morning. So that's super helpful there. One of my other favorite things is this, which typically looks like ground meat, but this is actually a blend of ground meat, organ meats of heart, liver, and kidney. Organ meats are so hard to get, but I love this blend because you don't even taste them, and they're so nutrient dense that I love to do taco nights with this, make burger patties with this, and you don't even taste the organ meats, but you get all those beneficial nutrients that are all gonna help your performance in all of life, not just losing belly fat or putting on lean muscle, but your energy, your mental clarity, your sleep, your hormones, everything. So nutrient dense here. Have a nice ribeye here. Who doesn't love a good steak? The whole chicken. I love this. This is an easy meal prep for myself because you make the whole chicken and then you have dinner and then lunches and even dinner again for the next few days because you have so much here. And it's so cost effective because you can even save these bones and then even make your own bone broth if you're into that sort of thing. I did it a couple times, but I also just get this for the convenience. But again, I love doing the whole chicken just because you have lunches and extra snacks after you already have dinner. Collagen is going to offer some of the same benefits as bone broth, but it's just dried. So I love using this collagen and putting this into smoothies to give smoothies an extra protein boost. So those are some of my main protein staples. If we go over to the healthy carbs, because again, sometimes we like to demonize sugar, demonize carbs for storing that belly fat, but that's just not the case. typically you're eating processed carbs that have canola oil, that have vegetable oil, that have all these other gum additives, that have all these other artificial flavors in there that also bog down your health, not the carb itself. So I really look at getting the most nutrient dense carbs that we can, which is going to be fresh fruit. I have some bananas here. I have frozen fruit because, again, you can get organic frozen fruit that's not going to take away any of the quality, and I love having this because it lasts in the freezer. You can make smoothies every single day. Super convenient there. I have some potatoes here. Love, love, love potatoes. I even have my favorite brand of potato chips, and these are Boulder Canyon, and they use nothing but potatoes, olive oil, and sea salt. That's my kind of potato chip, not like Lay's where they have 50 ingredients of all this BS, right? So this is a really clean potato chip. It's one of the product swaps I walk people through inside the Lean Muscle Blueprint because a lot of these products, they have bad alternatives. So I walk my clients through what to pick from to get the most nutrient dense food to add into your diet to hit your daily calories. So here's one of my favorite ones because who doesn't love toast or bread and butter? This is a local brand. So again, I encourage you to look around your area. You might have local bakeries that do some nice healthy sourdough like this because this bread really only has the flour, water, and salt. No other ingredients, no canola oil, no preservatives, no nothing. It's a very clean bread that I even dry out sometimes, put in the blender and use as breadcrumbs to bread chicken and things like that. Or I make grilled cheese, or I make toast with my eggs, things like that. But this is a very clean bread, and sourdough bread in specific actually has a lot of beneficial yeast and a ton of B vitamins in it as well. So this is actually a superfood to me, especially if you can get one with this clean ingredients that's well made. I love local raw honey. Honey has a ton of benefits, even helping you with allergies, but again, it's gonna be one of the most healthy carbs that you can eat, and it actually doesn't disrupt your insulin sensitivity as well. So with that said, this is a really nice addition to my smoothies. I use it as a natural sweetener. I love honey for so many different methods, even with cooking as well. Some other healthy carbs, I love cold pressed fresh juices. This one's Vital Berry, has apple, strawberry, raspberry, orange, mango inside it. This one has carrot, pineapple, orange, lemon, and ginger. All these healthful, nutritious superfoods. Again, you can always overeat healthy foods as well. That's why step one is nailing your calories, knowing how much you should eat each day. Some fresh, organic, pressed carrot juice. But again, the more nutrient-dense food you can get into your diet while hitting your protein, carbs, and fats and nailing your overall calories, you're gonna have a win-win there. And again, I have some healthy fats over at this end. I have coconut oil here, I have olive oil here, and I also have avocado oil. I use all these oils for cooking. I love avocado oil because it has a very, very high smoke point, around 500 degrees. So if I'm frying something, or if I'm making like the breaded chicken that I just mentioned, I use this because it has such a high smoke point. Same with different alternatives for coconut oil, or like using olive oil to drizzle over a salad or something like that, or for cooking as well. This doesn't have that high of a smoke point, so it just depends on what I'm cooking with. And as a little dessert, I love dark chocolate. That cacao in there is actually a superfood. It's been shown to actually increase libido as well. So you can actually get a lot of nutrients from dark chocolate. And that's like my thing I love to do as a dessert, or I love doing like berries and honey at night. Or also love doing a good quality grass-fed ice cream as well. So again, I have all these product swaps that I walk you through the Lean Muscle Blueprint so you can actually see what you're eating right now and do the healthier swap. So you can continue eating your favorite foods, but you're getting that healthier alternative. And that's one of the favorite things clients love because they can still include the foods that they typically eat on a day-to-day basis and adding in other things like collagen or bone broth or these helpful protein bars, or these chips, just to make it easier to still include those foods but hit their nutrition goals to finally see the results that they're after. So again, I just want to quickly walk you through the main foods that I eat on a day-to-day basis, and that's my diet because I base this off the Metabolic Foods. And whenever you start the Lean Muscle Blueprint, I walk you through the exact foods that you should be eating more of in your diet, what you should avoid, and also the exact amounts, because again, like I mentioned, you're gonna have the nutrition calculator that puts in your exact details so that you know exactly what to eat. I have the meal plans to support you along that to include all these foods and help you reach your goals.